Hey, I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at StockMarketMentor.com on Tuesday, April 15th. I want to look at SolarCity. Look, the company announces earnings on May 7th, and that's a few weeks away. So I think maybe there's a trade here. We'll have to see what the solar sector itself does. You can see here the tan here. Love that. I wonder if they have... if they include any sauna, hotbed, sunbed thingies. Anyway, look, this is down at a key buy point. Above the 200-day moving average, volume heavier than it has been in several days, and a really long tail. It's kind of a hammer, not quite. And by the way, members, there's a lot of hammers and dragonfly dojis in the market, and those can make good trading opportunities. So we're going to talk about those in the strategy session. But here, the stock traded in a wider intraday range than it has in quite a while, but it traded down. In fact, let's just go ahead and look at the daily chart. Excuse me, the 5-minute chart here. Okay, you can see the stock traded down until 1 p.m. when essentially the entire market turned around and then started to get a lift here. So it traded, this was all the big selling. Look at the volume, high volume spikes. Here, fairly low volume except for one big, somebody probably bought some stock there, had an order to fill. And then the stock just continued to trend higher, but the bars were not that high. A couple of them, but it didn't really matter because the stock just continued to move. So, or the ETF. So anyway, so we see this as an intraday reversal, a tradable low. So then we get back to SolarCity, and after a big decline here, I mean from top to bottom, this is a 42% decline. That's kind of a big haircut. And so this could be a really good buying opportunity. I don't know what the stock's going to do in response to earnings, but that's several weeks away, which means that by definition, I really don't care. What I'm looking at here is a low of 50.50. So you can you can buy the stock right here. Let's pick a stop. $49.73. If the stock falls down below $49.73, you're out. Why have I chosen $49.73? Well, the 49 wasn't random. I just didn't want it to be 50 because a lot of times stocks come down to the even figure and then they'll bounce because that's where the real buy orders are. 73, that was arbitrary. It's just because I don't want to make it $49.95 either. So it's $49.73. You keep your stop at that level, and if you get stopped out, okay, well, too bad, so sad. That's why they call it trading, not winning. And then if the stock just continues to move higher, looks like it'll go that way for the next couple days, day or two anyway, you're going to have a nice trade on your hands, and then you just let it see where it's going to take you. So anyway, that's it for this video. Again, members, get over to the strategy session. We got bogeys everywhere.